Okay, the first question is a club account. The Z Sport Club has a shop which selling sportwear. The following detail related to the shop for the year ended 29 February 2020. Opening inventory, closing inventory, purchases, markup. So when you heard the markup, okay, markup, what is the formula? It's taking the gross profit divided by the cost of sales. There's a markup formula. Okay, times 100%. This is general idea about markup. Okay, if the question say margin, then your formula will be gross profit over revenue times 100%. There's a in the mind you must have when you saw the word markup margin. Okay, now calculate the shop sales for the year ended. So this one they want to find the revenue actually. So using the basic income statement, the section for the trading section, trading section. Trading section means that just only revenue less the cost of sales. In this question, they only give us cost of sales actually. We have opening inventory and then purchases and then minus closing inventory. Okay, I put in the amount. This one we don't know, which is we need to find. The question asked to find. And they say that the markup is markup 40%. This 40% is over the cost of sales. This is the cost of sales. Over cost of sales means that cost of sales, the base is 100%. So we put in the cost of sales information, 900 purchases is 7,600. And then closing 970. So the formula for the cost of sales is opening plus purchases minus closing inventory. So we have this one pair. In this, using this one pair, we can find what is the amount because gross profit is taking revenue minus cost of sales. So here is 100%, here is 40%. So in order to get 40%, you must put here 140%. So with these two pair information, you can find your shop. So if they given you the format, you can use this presentation to find your answer for this. Or another way is you use the calculation method, then you put in cost of sales equal 900 plus 7,600 minus 970 equal to 7,530. This is the cost of sales. Then after that, you say the shop sales equal formula telling us that this is the amount that we need to find, and we know this is equal to 140%. Using the mathematical concept, we take 7,530 divide by 100% and then times 140%. So we will get the amount. Let me calculate. Give me a minute, I calculate in here. So take this, divide by this, times 100%. So we get this one, 1054. Okay, so this is the amount that we get, 10542. This is a shop sales amount. Okay, so this one you must show how much your cost of sales because your base is a cost of sales. So you must calculate up to show in order to get the format. You must show this is a cost of sales amount 7,530. After that, up to you. You want to use this method to calculate it, or using the calculation method, you show this one, how you get the 10540. So that is for the A answer. Next is that all the shop sales and purchases are, so the word they're putting in here, they say that all the shop sales and purchases are for cash. That means they don't have the credit. Everything buy and sell using the cash. All the club receipts are paid into the bank and all payment made by the check. That means this amount, receipt and payment all go through the bank account. Okay, next. On 1st March 2019, the club bank balance was overdrawn. Overdrawn means overdraft. Bank overdraft is the balance brought down in the credit side, liability. In addition to the shop sales and purchases, the following receipt and payment were made during the year ended 29 February 2020. Subscription receipt, this is an income. Competition fee received, this is also the income. So that means when you receive income, that means debit, your receipt and payment account should be in the debit side. Payment for competition price, that means the moment payment, that means is in the credit side. Purchase of fitting, that means you have to pay, it's also in the credit side. Rent and insurance, you have to pay also, this one also must be in the credit side. Wages also must be in the credit side because you have to pay the worker. Okay, now let's move on. Okay, there are, prepare the receipt and payment account for Z Sport Club for the year ended 29 February 2020. Balance the account and bring down the balance on 1st March. So I just copy up this one to here so that easier to do the count. Okay. The first sentence, they say on 1st March 2000 has overdrawn. So this is the one that we need to fill in first. Overdrawn means it's a liability. So liability is in the credit side. March 1st, balance brought down. 845. Next, as I say, when you saw the word receipt, that means it's in the debit side. 2020, because they say that financial year ended is February 2009. February to 29, okay? So this is the last day. Everything except this one balance brought down is the first day. The rest all in the last day recording. So in the debit or credit also, payment receipt all last day. Receipt amount in the debit side. So you can put subscription. No need to write receipt, just put subscription. Competition fee. Because we understood when we come to the debit is a receipt. 11400 and then 915. Payment for competition price 39. That means we have to pay in here, which is competition price. Okay, next. Purchase of fitting. We just put fitting, non-current asset. Rent and insurance. Wages of shop assistant. So we put the amount first, 390, and then 4,000, and then 4575, and 2,000. Okay. Don't forget in the sentence they say all shop sales and purchase are for cash. It means that the amount that we calculated, 10542, is in the income. That means it's an income, is we receive money. So we put into the debit side. Whereas purchases, this amount in the credit side. Why in here the question saying that the club payment. First, they say that all the club receipts are paid into the bank, and all payments are made by check. But here they put cash. Here they say bank, because receipt and payment account is a cash and the bank. So both also put in together. It's just like a cash book lah. Basically, this one is just like a cash book. Debit receive, credit payout. So here we have to put in the sales amount, which is the amount is 10542. And your purchases, the purchases amount, which is given by the question, 7,600. So all the amount we recorded based on the information already. Now we need to check debit more or credit more. So in this question, we have debit more than the credit. So we should have the balance carried down in the credit side, balance brought down in the debit side. So take this minus 19410. So this is the amount that we're going to bring it to here. 2020 March 1st balance brought down. Okay, so that is for the receipt and payment account. Next, let's see what else they ask for. Okay, the club bank statement at 29 February 2020 show a positive balance. When this is show a positive balance, because this is the bank statement. When this is show positive balance, this is referred to the bank statement. Okay. Balance at 29 February 2020. This one is credit balance, because bank statement is opposite to the bank account. When they say positive balance, means it's credit balance, not the debit balance. So debit balance is a negative balance for the bank statement. So this is a difference compared with the cash book or the bank account. Next, on comparing the bank statement with the cash book. So the cash book, how much is our cash book amount? We already calculated, which is from here. 3447, also positive balance because it's in the debit side. 3447. So this is also positive balance, but this positive balance is in the debit. It's an opposite difference. Okay. Now next is question. Competition fee 260 has not been recorded by the bank. So this word has not recorded by the bank. Competition fee 260. This is the amount. This one. Let's see. In our this amount. Competition fee is an income. Out of this one, out of this amount, they have 260. 260 has not been recorded by the bank. This is, we call, in the bank reconciliation, we call uncredited amount. So take note, this is uncredited amount. Next. A check paid for 25 for competition price has been charged twice by the bank. This is the error by the bank. Okay, next. The payment for fitting 4,000 was made on 27 February and has not been recorded on the bank statement. This one we call unpresented check. Okay. So these three information, we clear with it. These three information show us that we must adjust in the bank reconciliation statement. And the question says, prepare the bank reconciliation But they didn't tell us must start from the bank statement or the cash book. So you have the two options. So I start with the cash book first. Okay. Here, ZED Sport Club Bank reconciliation statement at 29 February 2002. Okay. I start with the cash book. Balance as per cash book, which is amount, this amount, 3447. Because this is a positive, so I don't need to put debit. Or you want to put debit beside, that's fine also. When we see positive number, that means it's a debit balance for the cash book. The formula, take note the formula. Add unpresented check. So in here, this is an unpresented check. So what is the item? Write down what is the item that meant for. Payment for fitting. So you can see put fitting. Just put some description to show it. And because this is only one amount, so we put in 4,000. Put into the second column. If you have two amount, then you show the subtotal in here, the detail in here. So we get this plus this. Okay, the next item, less uncredited amount. Later I will explain how we see the item. Okay, this uncredited amount is the competition fee has not been recorded by the bank. So here we put competition fee 260. So take this, you minus this one. So you get this amount. Not yet finished, still got one more error by the bank. So a check paid for 25 for competition price has been charged twice. So this one, about the formula, when come to the bank error, can be, the situation can be either add or less, bank error. But for this question, competition price recorded charge twice. Okay. For this one amount, 25, you should add or should minus. Now I will explain here. Balance as bank statement. When you want to see whether you should add or minus from the account, from the bank statement record, you stand from the bank statement point of view. The question saying that bank statement recorded twice. It means that stand from the bank statement, logically, it should be lesser than the cash book money because deducted twice. So in this case, we have to minus. Less bank error, competition price charged twice, minus 25. Okay, now second thing is that you notice this amount and this amount are the same. So that means basically your reconciliation should be correct. Okay, in case in the exam, you're not sure the item to put in between for these three. You're not sure what is the item you should put. Okay, you maybe put wrongly. This one go to here, this one go to here, or any mistake in between. But come to the final part, this bank reconciliation statement, balance as per bank statement. If the question given the number itself in the question, they say bank statement, positive balance 7162, and you didn't, let's say example, this one, make mistake in here. Instead of minus, I thought that should be, instead of minus, I thought should be plus. So I accidentally, I go and plus it. Let's assume I go and plus, I plus. This amount will be different with this. In this situation, you are not sure which one that you are making mistake. Ignore this amount. Take the bank statement in the question, put into here, regardless what you have in between. Because this one automatically you'll get 1 mark. So don't waste the mark. Take the bank statement amount, put into here. So that is an area that you need to take notes when come to the bank reconciliation statement. Okay. And why this one add, this one less? Because when we prepare the bank reconciliation, we start from the cash book. Actually, we are standing from the bank statement point of view to look into these 3 transactions. For example, balance as per cash book, add unpresented check. Why we add unpresented check? Because stand from the bank statement point of view, bank have not giving out the money. So bank should have more money. When you bank statement have more money, we should increase the amount for the bank. Next is that uncredited amount. Uncredited amount means that our bank statement has not put in the money yet. That means to the bank, to the banker, they assume this money is not received yet. So when the money not received from the banker point of view, we should less it in order to get back the bank statement amount. So that's why this is like a formula. When you start with the cash book, add unpresented check, less uncredited amount. For this bank error can be add and minus depending on the question. Okay. If you prefer to start with the bank statement, okay, now the other way you will get it. Let me put in this one is from the using banks, because you have two ways to present your answer. If you want to start from the bank statement, okay, this amount 7,162. In this situation, you should add. It's just like using the mathematic way to do the question, uncredited amount. So this competition fee should be added because this is sent from the cash book point of view. You do this recording. Okay. If you don't want to plus minus so many, you just can be like this also. Can just leave it like this. After that, one shot minus and plus. Less unpresented check. So unpresented check, we have 15, which is this amount is 4,000. Okay, and then this one, because this question is a less, so mathematic concept should be add lah. So you can put in here, add bank error, which is 25. Okay, last balance as per cash book. So we take this plus, less, and plus. So we get back the same as per cash book. Okay, so in the exam is take note only thing for bank statement, bank reconciliation statement. Always, if the information given, try take back the amount. Don't waste the amount. Because in between here, you may make mistake, but just don't take the risk to waste this. Okay, so this is two ways that you can see, because this one is stand from the cash book point of view to do the adjustment. From the bank statement start and do adjustment, but stand from the cash book point of view to look into the transaction. Whereas if here we start from the cash book, actually we stand from the bank statement point of view to look into the transaction. So that is about the bank reconciliation statement. Must be clear with the transaction, what is the information given, whether it's unpresented check, uncredited amount, or the bank error. Okay, let's continue. State 3 difference between a receipt and payment account and income and expenditure account. Because this question is club account. So they use the term in the club, which is receipt and payment, income and expenditure. Basically, receipt and payment account It's just like our cash book. In the other businesses, income and expenditure account is actually our normal business we call income statement. So you try to remember what is the feature of the cash book, what is the feature of the income statement. So they ask for the differences. We can use back the cash book and the income statement point to answer for it. So receipt and payment account, income and expenditure account. Okay. Let me put into here. Okay, number one, as I say, this one is just like a cash book. So what is the cash book purpose? Cash book is to receive money and pay out. Okay, pay out the money, whether it's in the cash or in the, whether this one is cash or check. Okay. Income as expenditure is only for the income statement. We talk about the income, revenue, income, expenses, cost of sales. But because this is a service account, club is providing the service. So you don't go, because in the income statement, you have 4 sections. Income, even though they are the same actually, income statement, you have 4 sections: revenue, cost of sales, other income, and expenses. But in the income and expenditure, you cannot talk about cost of sales because this is a service. For this 4 section, normally we have 4 sections because we assume most of the time exam is a trading business. But income statement, another business because service business. We only have revenue, which is a main source of the income, and then other income, or sometimes we group into 2, which is we just put income section. There's 2 sections only, they put expenses. So this is provide the service business. So club actually is providing the service. So you don't go and talk that in here cost of sales. Don't mention cost of sales. So you see that record income and expenses. Don't talk about this cost of sales. There is a differences between service account and the trade and the trading business. Second difference, when come to the receipt and payment or cash book, we ignore what is it called? The accounting adjustment. We take whatever the actual money that we receive. So we can say ignore the matching concept for recording. But when we do the income and expenditure or income statement, we have to use account record as record by using matching concept, where the account should adjust based on expenses incurred rather than expenses paid. So that is trying to emphasize what is the differences between this receipt or the cash book compared with the income and expenditure. So this one based on the actual receipt. So you want to add one more? Based on actual receipt. Actual receipt and paid. Okay, so this is for the number 2. Okay, number 3. Okay, what else that we can think about for the okay? What else that we can think of? Included capital expenditure and capital receipt. Okay, this is what means that I put in here second. Included the purchase of non-current asset or sales of non-current asset. So there is one of the point you can talk about. We now come to the income and expenditure. Only record revenue, receipt, and revenue expenditure. Okay. For non-current asset, only take depreciation for the year as expenditure. Okay, so there is some idea about the receipt and income and expenditure, or sometimes this one also can be the cash book. The point can be used for the same thing if the question come up in other businesses, which is they ask for the difference between cash book and the income statement. This is the same point can be used. So this is for the first question. Okay,